going? Yeah, it's going. Okay. Okay, so I guess this will be another rant. Today's topic is spam calls. More notably, spam texts. I don't get spam calls as much as I used to. Still get them from time to time, you know. We want to ask about your car's extended warranty, that kind of shit. It's just really frustrating because you're hoping that sometimes you're expecting a call from an unknown number, whether it be from a job application or whether it be from like an agency of some kind, whatever. Sometimes you're expecting a call from an unknown number, and so when you see one, and the phone doesn't say it's spam, nothing like that, you're like, oh, I gotta answer this, and then you hear that faded click, that faded click or switch over, where it switches from an automated thing to boom, car's extended warranty or whatever the fuck. And it's just son of a bitch. Like the second you hear that switch over, you're like, is it? And then, hi, we've been trying. It's just it's awful. It's awful. But I've been getting spam texts way more than I've been getting spam calls recently. I don't know, it's because if I switched to iPhone or whatever, I don't know why. But it is a nightmare. It's annoying as hell. I get 3 to 4 texts a day, and a lot of them are very similar. And they all just so happen to be about dick pills. I don't know why, but it's just like, guys your age are supposed to have hard cocks. Get this pill now, link. And I'm like, no, stop, please. But it's like so many of those texts are that. And it's just bad. I mean, there's a couple here and there. It's just like, this is what Mary wanted to show you for Christmas. Link. I'm like, I'm not touching that. 1, I don't know a Mary. 2, why are you sending me this in March talking about Christmas? That sounds very confusing. Also, I've gotten like different spam texts. So from the same number. So like they repeat numbers occasionally. But I've gotten from the same number. It's a text chain just like, this is what Mary wanted to show you. This is what Mary wanted to show you. Hey, have you seen this new dog or like whatever the fuck? And then like, this is what Mary wanted to show you. Like, it's clearly a number that multiple sites are trying to use or multiple spammers are trying to use. And it's just, it's funny to see that. But it gets annoying when you're just sitting in bed or you're watching TV or whatever, and you hear that, you know, the ding on your phone. You're like, oh, or mine's like the alien sound effect or whatever it is, just like, or whatever the fuck, I don't know. And you hear that, and I'm like, oh, somebody texted me, and then you look at it, and it's just like, unknown number, it's just like, hard cock. I'm just like, oh, okay, swipe. It's so frustrating. Especially when you're like, wanting to hang out with people. And so you're talking back and forth, or you might be in a group chat, or maybe you're talking to a single person, or whatever the case may be. And you're expecting replies from them. And then you hear the blump, and it's just like, chicks really want that long game in the bedroom, you know? Like that's what you see. It's just like, I'm trying to see whether or not my friend will hang out next weekend or whatever, and yet I'm getting this shit. All right, I'm getting things telling me to get a bigger boner. What the fuck? Oh, God, Jesus, that was my apple juice. God, it's like, what the fuck was that noise? No, it was just this thing letting out some air. I'm eating and drinking right now just because it's midday, so lunchtime. But yeah, the shit that you get on these calls, I do not, for the life of me, understand it. Like, who is this tricking? Like, I get that, you know, some men, they suffer with these problems, but you think after no response for, God knows, 50 texts from like 24 different numbers or whatever, you'd think, oh, this guy is clearly not interested, or heck, this is a woman. We should just stop. Nope. Still get the shit. Still get it. I don't respond to them, nothing. I look at them, that's it. Because I just don't want the little notification dot. But it's just, also with notification dots, when I go through my email on my phone, and it has the little red thing, it has the badge that says, like, you have 6 emails. I'm like, okay, I'll check. Promotion, don't care. Delete, good, gone. And then I close the app, and it still says I have 1 left over. I open the app, nothing. There's nothing. I swipe to refresh, nothing. Close the app, still says 1. Pisses me off. Then I wait like an hour, and it's gone. But still, you would think this software that's been fine-tuned for the past decade or whatever will be smart enough to know that I have no new emails. But no, it isn't. It isn't smart enough. I gotta deal with these stupid notification badges. Also, the scariest thing, whenever I open up somebody else's phone, to where, like, say they're driving and they're like, hey, change the music, or hey, text this somebody that we're coming over, or whatever, and I look at their phone, and I see 1 or 2 or 3 apps with these notification icons. And it's just like, how do you have 150 unread shit? How can, I get because it pops down, it drops down to that, and you can read it, and you're like, okay, I get it. But do you not respond to it? Like, I don't know how. Sure, like, there's the spam text that you're not really going to respond to or anything. But just to, like, keep your phone looking clean, like, you gotta swipe it away. You gotta look at it again. That way you don't got that horrible notification badge that's bright red staring in your face every time you open your phone. I used to have that problem with my emails when I first set up my phone. Because I never looked at my email at all. I rarely ever looked at it just because I didn't care. I didn't really use it for anything. I used it for, like, website logins and then some other shit. And then I set up my emails, my 3 or 4 emails with my phone. It's just like, it's like 300, 400. It was an exorbitant amount of unread emails. I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right. Because I just couldn't be bothered. I really couldn't be bothered to do it. I couldn't. Because the shit was just annoying. Not annoying in the sense of, like, it's hard to read an email or check an email. It's just the constant promotional emails that I did not care about in the slightest. I don't care, Nike. I'm not going to sign up for no program. I'm not going to go to the store for new deals. Your shit is always overpriced and you don't accept coupons. What the fuck? Okay. I don't get it. Right? Other companies did similar thing. Like, I downloaded StockX, I think my freshman year of college. Yeah, it was my freshman year of college because one of my roommates was really into shoes. I downloaded StockX just to see what they had. And I saw some really cool, like, Grinch shoes and some other really cool stuff. I wouldn't buy it because the shoes are still like $200, and who the fuck spends more than $50 on shoes? I was just like, these are kind of cool to look at, everything like that. And then I saw some, like, penny bid style or dollar bid style things to where it's an auction site, so you can start the price of whatever you want. People will pay whatever they think market value is worth. And so I saw some of those dollar things. I would place a bid here and there, but obviously I had to get outbid because people are stupid and want to pay $400 on a pair of shoes. I don't get it. They're shoes. Their whole purpose is to protect your feet and get dirty. Why the fuck are you paying for? And if you're not going to wear them, why are you buying shoes? The whole purpose of clothing is to wear it, right? Not just to hang it up and have it. I get if it's like a museum piece. And I understand collecting to a certain degree. But shoes to me seem like such an odd thing to collect. I wear a pair of shoes occasionally from 1983. They're not made anymore. You can barely see the logos. But it's a camouflage Vans high top that are not made anymore. Like, not even the pattern of camo, nothing. And they probably could be like $100, $150 worth it. But it's just like, I like wearing them. I like the look. I like the feel. I don't want to go through the hassle of trying to sell them. Fuck it. I'm going to wear them till they run out. Because that's what you should do with shoes. Wear them till they die, I do not understand the fascination with shoe collecting, because shoes are meant to be worn. They're meant to be used. And if you're not going to do that, I also don't understand people who are so obsessed with the shoes that they do wear. All right? So people sometimes buy shoes just to collect, and I can understand that to a certain degree, in the sense of if it's like a run of like 100 shoes, so they're collectible and stuff like that. But what I don't get is when people buy these expensive ass shoes, wear them, and then try to maintain the cleanliness of the shoe as they wear them. Like, oh, I don't want that crease at the toe. You're wearing the shoe. You're going to get the crease at the toe. Okay? I don't care what you say. It's what's going to happen. All right? And then it's just like, I don't want to get dirty. You have people that buy these all white shoes. Like, they are stark white. Okay? And then they get upset when they get dirty. It's just like, what do you expect? The outside world is dirty. If you don't want your shoes to get dirty, don't wear them. And if you're not wearing them, why buy them? Especially if they're not limited edition or anything like that. I understand, like, collector's ones. Like, there was, like, I forget his name, but, like, what, Extension? I think that's, I don't fucking know. But the dude that did, like, the blood shoes recently, where Nike's like, you can't do that. We never signed off on it. You can't use our logo in a shoe that we didn't make. And it has, like, blood in it or whatever. Like those shoes. Those are limited quantity shoes. I can understand the collecting of them, especially in regards to the fact with the whole Nike suit and everything like that. Like, the suitcase, not the suitcase. That's not the. It's just called a suit. Yeah, that's really weird. When you sue somebody, it's called a suit. I don't like that. But the shoes are now even more collectible. So I can understand collecting them in that instance, because they are a limited amount and they have some notoriety between them and they have a history, and that's kind of interesting. But to buy, like, generic ass shoes that are like $80, so not too unreasonable, still unreasonable for me. I wouldn't pay that much for shoes, but $80 for some shoes and wear them out is like daily driving shoes, like daily wearing shoes, and they get mad when they get dirty. I for the life of me don't know. I truly don't. It doesn't make sense to me. If you're buying shoes with the express purpose of wearing them out and about, you cannot be upset when they get dirty. That's the inherent purpose of the shoe, is to protect your feet from the grum and the grime and the broken glass. All right? That's what the shoe's there for. To then get upset about the shoe doing its job, it's like, what? What's the fucking point? I don't get it. I don't. So, that's kind of my opinion on shoe collecting. Again, with each of these talks, we seem to be going off the rails. I started with spam calls, and then I went to shoe collecting. I'll probably end this one earlier than the first rant, just because, like, YouTube audiences and YouTube kind of likes videos that are in between, like, an 11 to 17 minute mark. For some reason, I think we're rocking 13 right now. Yeah, almost 14. So I think that's a good margin. Plus, with people's, like, attention spans nowadays, they're gonna go in and out. So, although I have watched videos on YouTube that are like these hour-long or 2-hour-long analysis videos, which are really interesting. They're really good video essays. I don't know any of them off the top of my head, but they're really interesting to watch. But those have editing with them and have visuals and all this other stuff. I don't have that. I have me in a chair against a wall. More specifically, this is a corner. So it helps with, like, the light and everything, especially with a lighter color like this lilac. It just kind of helps with the lighting. Also, I have pretty much a light directly at me. I don't use any of those, like, ring lights, professional lighting, or anything like that. I don't feel the need to. Not to mention, this is a budget show. I'm using, already chair, already a wall I had, no real set. I'm using my phone. It's my daily phone. And then I don't have a tripod or anything. This thing is in one of those weird contraptions that I got as a gift for Christmas, where you put it around your neck and then it holds your phone, like, right here. So you don't have to hold your phone. You can do stuff with your hands, but you can still watch content just by tilting your head down slightly. And so basically, rather than it hanging around my neck and being out here, I have flipped it, and the head can rotate. And so it's standing up against an office chair with the head rotated. So it acts like a tripod, but it isn't. It works and it does what I need it to do, but yeah, it is a bit strange. Again, I don't know how I'm going to release these. I feel like I'm going to do every 3 days, but I don't know. We'll see. So yeah. I'm going to try to maintain the same look every single one. It's pretty easy with the hoodie and the glasses and the hat and stuff, but the shirt is what's going to throw people. I'll try to keep it blue, but I don't know. Granted, I do have a lot of blue shirts. Even though I don't look that good in blue. I look actually much better in reds and yellows and stuff. Not so much yellows, but like deep reds and emeralds and things like that, because I have a warmer skin tone. That's a whole other thing, skin tones and clothing and fashion and everything like that. And it gets complicated with the way people categorize what should and shouldn't be worn by some people. There are objective things, but I feel palette is one of those things that can be kind of fluid. But yeah, if you're a big bitch or even a big dude, crop tops are not for you, okay? You should not be showing midriff if that midriff is hanging over your shorts, right? Understandable. Nobody wants to see that, except for some really strange folks. But not everybody is strange folk, so. I think we're at like nearly 17 minutes, so I think I'll cut it off there. Yeah, so I guess leave more recommendations, but I probably won't see them. So, yeah.